This is the Padua Podcast Network.
Running a Fever, episode 448, Kessler Mountain. Welcome to Running a Fever. My name is Michael Davis, and this is a show about fitness, diet, and medicine. My goal is to live a long, healthy, happy, active life right up to the very end. It's all about living long and living life. So yeah, I'm at Mount Kessler here. And it's we've never been here before. So it is a new adventure. And it's especially a new adventure because there's no real logic here that I can see so far. In terms of, there's maps, there's an online map. There's another map at the bottom of this hill. And all I'm seeing is signs for the outdoor classroom and nature center. So this is actually the road. It's got to be Judge Cummings Road. So I'm going to go back down. We may just be wandering around for a little bit here. Hopefully I don't get lost. But if I do, that'll just mean more adventure for us today. Probably ought to go with someone who's more experienced here. Top of the mountain here, if you call it that, they do call it that, is about 1,800 feet above sea level. Yeah, I think I'm in the wrong parking area. There's supposed to be a playground next to it. I don't see a playground. This road curves, the one on the map doesn't curb. A friend of mine said it was pretty confusing here, and I think he was right about that. Motorized vehicles, so this must be a trail. And there's a bridge with, not really a bridge, it's kind of steps. Hidden biodiversity. Forest is home to many organisms. Some you may never see. These plants and animals make up the hidden biodiversity that play important roles in the ecosystem. Well, while I'm wandering around here fairly aimlessly, give you a little information about Kessler Park and Mountain. Construction is finished on the second phase of improvements at Kessler Mountain Regional Park. Work included 4 new ball fields, parking, concession, restroom building, and other related improvements, which took approximately 15 months. The project was funded through the 2019 Park Bond. You investors out there. Trails can be accessed from the playground area and the north parking lot at the baseball fields. Kessler Mountain Regional Park in southwest Fayetteville comprises some 620 acres on and around historic Kessler Mountain, which reaches 856 feet above sea level. The park serves as a regional sports park with numerous soccer and baseball fields, nearly 4,000 acre nature preserve, and is a popular area for mountain bikers and hikers with more than 10 miles of nature surface trails. Location at 2600 West Judge Cummings Road, and there were no ball fields. I'm in the wrong place. Not necessarily the wrong place, but not the place that's on my map. And so, I need to figure out where that is. But it's okay. Got this trail, it seems pretty straightforward. There's no branches off of it yet. So if I walk back this way, I should be okay. The athletic facilities at Kessler are suitable for tournaments and special events that include 6 lighted soccer fields, 8 lighted baseball fields, 2 restroom concession buildings. There's a large playground near the park's entrance, generously funded by the Rotary Club of Fayetteville. Future construction phases at Kessler Mountain could include softball fields, a new pavilion, and additional trails. As if what they had wasn't enough. How about additional signs? That would be a good addition. And you can reserve a ball field on the online portal. Kessler Mountain Nature Preserve. 2014, an additional 387 acres of pristine Ozark forest adjoining the regional park on Kessler Mountain was acquired by the city as a nature preserve and an outdoor recreation area. This acquisition was made possible with a generous grant of $1.5 million from the Walton Family Foundation. And if you don't know, the Waltons are the Walmart people, descendants of Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart. One of the largest companies in the world, and a company with, gosh, I don't know, certainly millions of employees. And an agreement with the Fayetteville Natural Heritage Association to assist in raising a portion of the remaining funds and to create a conservation easement to assist with the protection and management of the property. That's nice. It's a beautiful day here at Kessler Mountain, I'll tell you that. I like the forest here. And I'm walking away from the traffic. We can just take a look back. Yeah, I have lost sight of the parking area where I parked, which is also some kind of business. And whatever trail there is, the leaves are kind of covering it, so it's not really straightforward. I mean, that could be a trail. Goes across a creek or whatever, but could be. I mean, I'm just walking in between trees here. Any direction I look in pretty much could be a trail. Anyway, I'll keep going. The park terrain includes open meadows, rolling hills, scenic bluffs, and a mature forest featuring native Ozark oaks, hickories, dogwoods, and redbuds. 2 intermittent streams flow through the property, providing an invaluable supply of water for the wildlife residing on the site. I think eventually I'm going to see that I'm not on a trail at all. Land is now preserved as a natural playground for outdoor recreation and a valuable environment for appreciating and learning about our native flora and fauna. Kessler Mountain Trails. Kessler Mountain was a favorite spot for mountain bikers for more than 15 years prior to the acquisition by the city of Fayetteville. During that time, volunteers, working with permission of the landowners, built a system of expert-level biking trails throughout the property. The new trails incorporate portions of the original trails and also provide beginner and intermediate level loops for less experienced mountain bikers. Through strategic and sustainable design, this plan was developed to address the needs of all users: hikers, bikers, nature enthusiasts, trail runners groups, and users with special needs. Kessler Mountain's natural surface trails comprise approximately 20 miles and range from easy to difficult and very difficult mountain bike trails. Cato Springs Trail, a 12-foot wide concrete trail, connects to the Razorback Regional Greenway. And you can look at a map of the trails or an interactive trails map. Rock City Trail is not open for public access. The Rock City Trail is located on private property just outside the boundary of Kessler Mountain Regional Park. And some of the history. Kessler Mountain is named for the family who purchased 13 acres across its peak in 1866. Philip and Kate Kessler and their daughter Clara. The Kesslers built a home and wine cellar on the property and started what is likely the first winery in the state of Arkansas, complete with vineyard. They also operated Kessler's Wine Hall on West Center Street in Fayetteville, serving Kessler's celebrated wines and peach and apple brandies. Drinks 10 cents or 3 for 25 cents. The family home is no longer standing, but the stone wine cellar and the well are still visible on the property. Yep, well, you know, if this had been as crowded as what I experienced at Devil's Den the last time I went, I would not have any trouble. But if you're looking at the video, you can kind of see that what I'm looking at right here, this trail goes through kind of a wide spot between the trees. And kind of over on the left, maybe, yeah, this is, I don't want to get lost in here, folks. So I'm going to head back. Fairly adventurous here, although I'm kind of taking a safe route. How safe? Not really sure. Until I get back. This looks like the trail to me. It's got a 5 on it, so it probably is. Oh yeah, let's see. They're on the other side of the trees, so I didn't see them on the way up. So maybe there's more of these on the other side of the trees, and maybe it's a one-way trail. I don't know. But plenty of leaves, just like in my last hike. See plenty of empty trees. You can see for quite a distance in the forest. Also, kind of covers up some hazards along the way, so you can't see them. Got to be careful, as always, when hiking. But I don't know. I spent a lot of time looking up here. Probably not a wise thing to do, but I didn't get in trouble. So, and this looks more like a trail. Even though I don't see any more blazes here. I was hoping to go along the Razorback Greenway, which supposedly connects here with that 12-foot wide concrete trail. And just because my first time here, I wanted to, do something that was easy to navigate. Anyway, moved around enough to get sweating a little bit. It's 50 degrees, in the 50s today. But wearing short sleeves, I knew once I got moving around, I'd be warming up. Going down can definitely be more treacherous than going up. So anyway, it was nice to introduce you to Miss Nanny's Trail. That's what we've been on, Miss Nanny's Trail today. Outdoor classroom and nature center. All pets must be on a leash. There's another trail up there. Oh, Mrs. something. Should I go up there? Why not? It's advertised as a trail. Outdoor classroom. It's a Mr. this time. Mr. Clyde's Trail. See how far we get on this one. I don't know what road this is. We're going up right away. Mr. Clyde's Trail. Forest composition. Forest along Mr. Clyde's Trail is made up of mostly shagbark hickory and white oak. The rich soil on this cooler north-facing slope provides habitat for several species, of Ozark wildflowers. Mr. Clyde's Trail at Kessler Mountain. Does seem a little cooler here, but must have been a big squirrel. He was moving the trees and everything. Well, so far this one's pretty well trodden, at least. And we're gonna have an incline here. Okay. 1362 elevation. 21 minutes, half a mile. But it's not been half a mile of straight walking like Lake Fayetteville. Half a mile of terrain like this, up and down. Nobody here in this area. Maybe if I went to the ball field area, maybe there are more people there today. It's a beautiful day. It's a little cooler. I think the rain predicted late tonight. And it continues uphill. No rest for the wicked. Not sure where that saying came from, but somewhere in the Bible it says there's no peace for the wicked, I think, is the original. I don't know. I enjoy not knowing, because when I'm sitting at my desk, I can always ask the Copilot or Google, one of the two. Okay, we actually are getting kind of a workout here today. And I'm glad I came on my own, because most of the people I know are younger and more fit than me and could probably just leave me in the dust while I'm trudging up the hill or down. Well, I think there's a lot of potential here. Of course, there's 10 miles of multi-use trails apparently, and I think it's a good, it's a good thing to get to know some maybe difficult to navigate terrain. It makes you feel like you've accomplished something now that you know something more, you know, more local area knowledge. And I've lived here almost 20 years now. In a couple months, it'll be 20 years. And so I should know a lot about the area. Oh, I see another plaque up here, something to read, place to stop, an excuse to stop. Okay, old growth forest. Did you know larger trees are not necessarily older? Some of the smaller trees on Kessler Mountain are actually hundreds of years old. These old growth tree stands are part of what makes Kessler Mountain unique. And maybe that's what makes it historic. You know, they called it historic in the material. And I think really sunny. See that sun up there? This is a good time to turn around. Not quite 30 minutes, but that's 30 minutes from when we started on that other trail. And I'm going to try not to fall on the way down because it's kind of steep and there are a lot of roots. That was one of them. Yeah, this trail's a lot better. More challenging for sure, but the other one I just didn't even know I was on a trail. Kind of just disconcerting. I don't know if disconcerting is a correct word. Grammar department. concert, I believe, means together or togetherness. When people act in concert, they're acting together. A concert, musical concert, is usually a group of musicians, although I think it could be a single musician as well. But that might have come about just from the tradition of multiple musicians. So disconcerting would be a pulling apart, not a pulling together. That's just what I think. It's great being out here and not being tempted to whip out my phone and look up all this information. Just let it flow out there. And if you're listening on a computer and you can't stand not knowing, then go ahead and look it up. I'm always for improvement in one's grammar expertise. I was an English major in college, but they didn't spend a whole lot of time on grammar. Kind of assumed you had that in high school. I had one semester of grammar, and then you just read and write the rest of the time. And I guess you're supposed to learn by writing and getting yourself corrected. What good grammar is from there on out. A lot of roots here. Must be these old growth trees reaching out for water and nutrients. Of course, Arkansas is a very rocky terrain. You expect that on a mountain. Just got to get under that topsoil. Not as easy sometimes, just going horizontally, I guess. Kind of amazing that trees grow at all here. But they do. We've got some really great parks and forest areas here. Never been in any real wild forest around here. Today is about as wild as it gets. Now, some hikers like to go off the beaten path, as they say. It's probably a good thing, but you gotta know again. You gotta know what your area. Gotta know how to get back safely. Some people carry these things that look like a walkie-talkie, but it's actually a satellite GPS. So even if you're outside of cellular range, you can reach GPS satellite, and so you can get your location and transmit it to someone else who has the right equipment. Kind of pricey things, I think, but out of the kind of hikers that go off the beaten path, and I've seen them advertised for divers as well. So if something happens, someone can find you because they would know, someone would have your GPS coordinates, and you'd be able to navigate to get there. Not a bad idea. But as for me, I'm just going to stay on the trails for now. And it's already plenty of a challenge for me most of the time. When it gets to not being a challenge, maybe I'll go off the beaten path. You can probably count on me going off the metaphorical beaten path. But as for the physical beaten path, probably not. But I hope you've enjoyed it. It was an adventure. We're finding out stuff. We're going to completely new terrain here, trying to learn our way around. And as always, you got that fever for running a fever, then keep that fever burning. And if you don't, catch the fever. And I will see you next time on Running a Fever.